Welcome everybody to another episode of What's Cooking. And this week we're doing something a little differently. Since it's Derby week, we are going to be making one of the world famous mint juleps that only seem to pop up around this time of year. So I made the trip to Cave City, joined by Letitia Klein here at the Dive Bar near downtown Cave City. Now Letitia, before we make this mint julep, tell me a little bit about the Dive. How did this place get started?
Yeah, me, my mother, and my sister decided to create a little fun downtown and also help economically grow our community, and we thought the best way to do that was add nightlife in the Dive, so we created a space for everyone to come, and it's almost 2 years now, and we've survived the pandemic, and we're doing all right ever since.
That's great to hear. One of Cave City's favorite watering holes right here. Now Letitia, you are the pro, so let's see, how is this mint julep made?
All right, well, first of all, it's really kind of cool to know the history of a mint julep. I don't know if you know, the history has kind of been around since the 1700s. It was drinking by aristocrats, really, because they were the people that could afford ice and a pewter glass back in the day. So it was used as a restorative, more medicinal than anything because of the mint. It's made with different kinds of alcohol until there was a pandemic with grapes in France, and then they start with cognac, and so that took that out, and then they started making it with whiskey. And according to the Kentucky Derby Museum, it's been served ever since the beginning of the Derby, but it is officially been their drink since 1938.
How ironic that a pandemic led to another pandemic, and here we are enjoying a mint julep. So I'm going to step out of the way. Let's see how this is done.
All right, so you want to start with half an ounce of simple syrup, which is basically just sugar water.
And so it's pretty simple to make, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. It's simple to make, but because it's very simple, you want to use the best ingredients. So you want about, 6 or 7 mint leaves, and in Kentucky you use spearmint, not peppermint. So you put those in your glass, and then you just muddle that up. Kind of mix it all in there, mash it up, get those flavors.
Yeah, not only does it bring out the aromatics of the mint, also get those oils down into the mixture, which helps bring out the mint flavor of the mint julep.
Yeah, absolutely. Then, most important thing is your bourbon. Now, because it's only made of bourbon, you want to have a good bourbon. We're using Maker's Mark right now because they came out with this cool little jersey.
Yeah, and you got to have the jersey for Derby.
Yes, and do a higher alcohol content because it's going to, anything about 85 to 90 proof is going to dilute your ice in the proper way. So you want about 2.5 ounces of bourbon in here.
And not only the ice, since you brought it up, is very unique to a mint julep. You don't use cubes. You don't drink this on the rocks. You use crushed ice.
Crushed ice, that's right. Shaved ice, because that's why you put it in a pewter cup, actually, because you want to get the glass frosted. So you put your ice in there, and then the trick is to stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it until it starts to frost on the outside of the cup.
The opposite of what James Bond drinks. Stirred, not shaken.
Yes. So it's all in the trick. You can touch that glass and feel how cold it is.
Oh yeah, that's almost
ready. You can
ready.
start seeing it. And then once that's done, you just fill it the rest of the way with clean hands, which I got. Fill it all the way to the top with ice. And then you take mint sprig and slap it to break up the capillaries but not make it bitter.
That's right.
And then serve it like that.
There it is. The world famous mint julep that comes around during the Derby. You can get it here at the Dive. You can make it at home. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming.
Everybody, I'll see you again next week.